Hello, this is Sally Ann and I have a card to show you today, and here it is. It was interesting, I came across a design on the web. In most cases I draw out a plan and I'll show you it in a moment, but if I show you the card first it may help make the plan a little easier. It's a card that stands up and you can probably see the creases already in it. Apparently this is called a lever card. What I did, I just open it up, was to create an outer cover. You can see the striped cover first with a circle, and then there's a second piece of card that you attach on the inside to create this fold here, and that's what you then layer up with your circle. So I was quite pleased with how that came out. I used a new paper pad that I had from Kaisercraft called Sweet Treats, and when I looked at one of the pages it had this tree design in the corner of the page, and I just thought, I wonder if that fits, and sure enough it did. So I actually cut the design up and layered it so that I could then put the flowers and the mushrooms on the inside of a matching or similar piece of cardstock from that paper pack. I think it's come out quite well. So there we are, it's a lever card. So you can see there are two main pieces. There's a piece on the outside, and in fact next time I may use double-sided card, because what I did, I took a 12 by 12 piece of paper and folded it in half to give it the sturdiness, but I don't think I need it. Next time I'll just use a double-sided piece of paper. So that's the lever card, and I then just put a little bow just so that it holds it together, particularly if it comes for posting and that kind of thing. I thought it would just be quite clever just to have a little feature on the side that people could use. And I used a little pearl button here and a little happy birthday. But I think it's quite a sweet card and quite easy to make. Now I'll show you my directions. I'm going to have to play with the camera a little bit here because I'm not quite sure how it will work. I may have to use the zoom feature so you see my designs, but hang on a sec, let me get it. Here it is. Now, what I do first, let me see if I can zoom in. Forgive me if this makes you a bit sick, but let me just see if I can zoom in just a little bit. What I do first of all is I just work out what my dimensions are, and I work out which, let me just zoom in again, which die would be helpful for me to use. So you need the standard circle spellbinders die, the second largest, and as I say I used I didn't use double-sided paper, but I just folded over regular paper, and the paper I used for my card was Sweet Treats, and I doubled it over. So my dimensions were, the finished card is 6 inches by 5 inches. The circle, as you can see, because the circle diameter is 3 3/4, 5/8 and 5/8 sort of on the top and the two sides, and 1 5/8 from the bottom of the die to the bottom of the card. So that's your first piece. The second piece, I used a technique where you only put half the die through your grand caliber, so it only makes half a cut. Again, let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit so you can see this. So there we go. The piece is 10 inches by 6 inches, and you then score it at 2.5 centimetres, or in this case 2.5 inches, I beg your pardon. So the first fold is a valley fold, second is a mountain fold, and the third is a valley fold. And this technique, I may actually do a video of that one day, but it's very simple to use so long as you know where your fold lines are and you put that on the edge of your cutting board when you put it through the grand caliber. So having then created your piece, you then go on to the second bit, which is this piece at the bottom, and you fold it in such a way that the sharp edge is here. You can see, so this is your folds here. Then you glue this area here, not the circle, because that's what will pop through the aperture on the front of your card. You then glue that piece, and then what actually happens, if I can just pull up my little diagram here, is you then stick, or you glue the back as well. So you stick the front edge here on the inside of your first piece, and then you glue the back part and you stick that on the inside of your card as well. So it works similarly to a flip card. Let me just back it up again. Whoops, wrong way. Sorry if I'm making you feel a bit ill. So if I bring back the card now, I'll just take my instructions away. You can now see, let me undo the ribbon again. You can now see, if I open that, there's that piece with that cut in, you see. There's the first fold, which is a valley fold, a mounted fold and a valley fold, and basically I've just stuck the two edges together here to give that effect. And there you have it, a lever card. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a go making one, it's really good fun and very satisfying. Thanks very much for popping in today. Bye bye.